Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be going live today with my beautiful client Pascale. She's going to be sharing her experience in the Playful Goddess program with us today. And yeah, it's going to be great because I'm getting still a lot of questions and people love to hear about the experiences working with me in the Playful Goddess program and just an overall experience of what you can expect, what you can learn in the program, who you can become. So let me get her in here.
Hello,
Hi, Pascal. How are you doing today?
I'm really excited, but I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm so excited too. I think you already went training this morning, no?
Yes, I did. I was
How
like
was that?
shaking the whole time.
You don't have to. But anyways, I'm so excited to have you today with us. As I already teased, you're a current client of the Planning for Goddess program, and also you have actually one-on-one calls with me. So we've been doing that too. And I just wanted to get you on here and talk a little bit more, or let you talk a little bit more about your experience, what you have, achieved so far, but also tell us a little bit more about yourself and kind of where you come from, why you have decided to join a Plant for Goddess program, and just tell us a little bit more about yourself.
So let's see. So I'm Pascale. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Cologne in Germany, and I started my work life as an IT consultant, and that's what I did for a few years. And then I suddenly noticed that this is not what I want to do my whole life or for the rest of my life. And then yeah, there was like an exciting journey which was starting, and I started to do like some fitness trainer licenses, and I started working in a small gym. How my journey started to where I am now. And yeah, so I started working besides my normal IT job. And then it was like 2 years ago in summer, I decided to quit my old job because I didn't want to do it anymore. So I quit it and I became self-employed and started my own business. I gave my own fitness classes. I did personal training. And then I just did it, and it was really exciting. It was a completely new world for me, and everything was totally different to my old life back then. Yeah, and then over the last year, a mutual friend of us, Marcel, he knew that I was into vegan nutrition, into health coaching. So that's what I started last year because I had the feeling that it's not enough for me to do like fitness classes and some nutrition stuff. So I wanted to try the holistic approach and do some health coaching. And then he told me, yeah, you should have a look at Jess. She does something similar to what you want to do. So maybe you can talk to her. And so I started following you on Instagram, and then nothing happened for a few months because I only had a look at your posts and followed you, but didn't actually take action or get into a chat with you. But then I think it was when I was in Barcelona last year, I saw your free workshop on channeling your feminine energy, I think. And yeah, that caught me because that was exactly my topic, which I was struggling with and which I was talking already with a few friends about. And so I think it was exactly the right moment that this workshop came up. And then I decided to get into that workshop. And that was for me the point where I actually like got to know you, because I saw you live and really liked what you were saying. And the workshop was so intense for me. So I decided to get into a call with you and to talk to you. And it was like pretty easy for me, the decision to work with you, because it was like I was convinced from the first second of this workshop. Yeah, and so I started the Plan for Goddess program with you in October. So it's already been a long time, I think. And many things changed. And I think for me, it was not like the main part for me was not the training or the nutrition part, but it was way more the inner work, the inner healing part, and like doing all the shadow work, inner child work, reflecting on my self-image. And I think that's the main part where I still have a lot of work to do, where I have the feeling that I'm already on my way, but there's still a lot more to learn about myself. And those are also the topics I have the feeling I'm struggling with the most. So it's like my self-image, my beliefs, like always those feelings like I am not good enough, and yeah, I think that is the main part for me where I'm working at with you at the moment. So I was really happy that I won the one-on-one coaching with you, because it's so beneficial for me and exciting what I'm learning there. And yeah, so I'm really happy to do this with you. And that's basically why I am here now, because it's my biggest challenge for me is to show myself like vulnerable and to talk about my personal stuff in front of people which I don't know at all. Yeah, so that's why I'm here.
I love to hear this so much, and I love to hear your story, and I think it's so inspiring. And I feel like we are, you know, we've been on a very similar journey of like being in the corporate world, doing something that we didn't enjoy, and then finding our way somehow into a new world through fitness, and then realizing, oh, there's a lot more inner work that needs to be done. And I think it's great for, you know, people listening to this, or people that are going to be listening to the recording, to kind of also understand that like you came to your point where you realized, okay, I cannot do this on my own. It's okay to have someone by my side. That's why people come to you, right? Because they need a coach, and that's how people come to me. And I think that is something I would love to talk to you more about, because a lot of times I see people, they're like, oh no, I can just try it on my own, and then I'm gonna, you know, spend years and years trying it on your own. So how was that decision for you to like really decide to actually, you know, decide to go for it and be like, hey, it's okay if I need someone by my side that supports me and that like guides me through all of it, even though you are a coach yourself? How was that for you, and why do you think it was so important for you to get support as well?
Yeah, so in the first place, it was like really hard for me to accept that yeah, let's say, need help, because I'm like a control freak and I always want to do everything by my own so that I know it will be good. And that was like one part, yeah, the decision, okay, I will go and see if someone can help me with where I'm going through. And the other thing was that I am a coach, so yeah, let's say I should know how it works, but I think that's not the truth, because we all have some knowledge on something, but to actually do it and to actually integrate it into your daily life is something different. And I think it always helps to have someone who can, yeah, join you on your way, and you can support you, and who you can trust, who you can talk to. So that was why I decided to work with a coach. And also because I want to coach my clients, I think it's great if I also let me be coached by someone else.
I love this. I think this is so important. And it's a very common thing for women. It's a very common thing for women to accept that they need support, that they, you know, it's not even the fact that they need support. It's just like not being on your own, having someone by your side that helps you, right? And feeling like, hey, I can work through stuff and I don't have to do it all on my own. And that's a beautiful gift that, you know, we as coaches have to like hold space for other people and like support them throughout this journey, right? I think this is so important. So what would you say getting into the program was challenging for you at the start? Or what would you say was one of the most challenging things that you had to work through when you joined?
That's a good question. So I think it was like really hard to share all the personal stuff with you, but especially with all the other ladies, because it was like, so I chose to work with you, but now I also have to work with some other girls and have to share my personal stuff with them. And I think it was hard for me to like trust them and to, yeah, let go my fear of share everything with them. Yeah, so I saw that all the other girls were sharing everything with you, with us, and that made it easy for me to trust them, I think.
So what have you learned through this experience?
I think that it's okay to be vulnerable, and that it's okay not to be perfect, and not to be, yeah, not to know everything 100%, and not to be like 100% there already, but to see that we are all on the same journey, let's say.
The power of community, right? Knowing that you're not on your own and you don't have to do it all on your own, right? So what would you say has been, I mean, we're not at the end yet, almost, but what would you say has been one of your biggest takeaways or learnings from this, from the whole program or the coaching that we've done together?
I think one big learning for me was that I actually want to be with other people, also in my work life, but also in my personal life, that I want to share more of my journey with other people and not do everything on my own and everything alone. And also that it's okay to give up control at some point and to let it flow and to just see what's coming out. Yeah, I think that was the main thing.
And what have you, like, what inside of you have you seen has shifted for you?
It's like my whole inner world has shifted. So I feel like I'm much more aware of my inner world, my feelings, my thoughts, and I'm able to feel more of what's going on inside of me. So in the beginning, I had the feeling that I don't feel anything at all, which is going on inside of my body, or that I don't feel the connection to my body. So this shifted a lot. I think there's still much more to discover, but this already shifted a lot. And how I see myself at the beginning of the program, I really had so many self-doubts, and I think they became less and less over the program, and there are still many self-doubts, but they are getting less. So I think those are the main things which I feel are changing or already have changed a lot.
Definitely. Yeah, I think what we need to also understand is like, no matter what kind of journey you go on, the inner healing part is like the most important thing, right? Really understanding yourself. And I remember when you came to me, you knew there were a lot of blockages and you knew there was a lot that was going on, but you couldn't really pinpoint the things, right? You really had a hard time, like you were understanding what was going on, but you didn't know how to break through it on your own. And I think one thing that I want to speak to that we talked about in our last call was that you felt, no, that I saw in you that you were looking a lot of times for answers outside of you, right? And so like you're right now on your self-discovery journey of like, hey, what kind of coach do you want to be? What do you want to even do in life, right? What is your passion? And a lot of times you would like try to find the answers by talking to so many people and getting so much feedback, whereas we kind of shifted that in our one-on-one call, and you said like, oh yeah, maybe, you know, I am looking for answers a lot more outside of me, or outside of myself than inside of me. So would you say that your inner world, you have become a lot more aware of your inner world and your thoughts and your feelings, and it's a lot, maybe not easier, but a lot, like you're a lot more aware of how to pinpoint those feelings and how to act upon them than before?
Yes, definitely. So I think I'm much more aware of it, and I find it less hard to be alone with myself. So to have to find answers by myself, I think it became easier for me. And after our last one-on-one call, this raised my awareness towards it. So I started working more by myself on it and less asking other people, like my friends or the people I live with. And this already shifted a lot. So yeah, I'm trying to find answers in myself, and it's not that easy, but I noticed that the more I try it, the longer I try it, the more answers are coming up. So yes.
Yes, I love that. For someone that's listening to this right now and is kind of thinking and considering about joining the Plentiful Goddess program, I know for some it might still be confusing of like, okay, so why would a fitness coach like you join a program like mine? You have all of the knowledge already, right? You know the fitness stuff, you know the nutrition stuff. So what would you say to a person that is a little bit like, why would you join a program like this where you feel like, oh yeah, that's kind of the main focus? Because as I kind of already teased, we work a lot on other stuff as well. So what would you say to the people, like in summary of the work that we do and how that has shifted for you, even though you have all of this knowledge solidly yourself?
Yeah, so I think this whole coaching program, not only your program, but I think coaching at all is not about the knowledge. It's more about integrating it into your daily life and habits about it. And I think I could have done it alone, but it would have taken so much, and it would have been less fun. And so working with the coach and working especially with you, so I could learn so much about myself, about my inner world, which I didn't expect at the beginning, because at the beginning I also thought like, okay, it will be a bit about nutrition, a bit about my training, and yeah, I could get back into my routine. It would be great. But that was maybe like the first 2 weeks, and then it was more about all the inner work. And that's actually why I would suggest everybody to do this program, because it is, I learned so much about myself, and I feel like the last 4 months I learned more than the 10 years before. I don't know. So it's really about focusing more on yourself, on your inner world, what is going on there, what maybe blind spots do you have, what beliefs do you have, and actually working on them, and not only seeing them, but actually working on them to turn them into something you want to have there.
I love so much that you said that, because so many people say that, oh yeah, coaching is like, it's a luxury. Like, you know, I cannot afford it, or like, oh yeah, I don't need it. Like, I will just go to therapists. And I'm not saying that going to therapy is bad. It can be very useful for a lot of people. But a lot of times we forget how helpful it can be and how much it can actually change your life. And I think in your case as well, looking at your life right now as well, it's not only affecting your personal life, but it's actually affecting like your career as well and where you want to go, right? So can you speak a little, I mean, you as a coach, you know it yourself, can you speak a little bit more to like what coaching can really do in your life? And then it's not only about like one result, like for example the weight loss, but actually realizing it's a ripple effect of one thing being healed and then all of this stuff is following. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yes, so I think with coaching, it's like you mentioned, so many people see it as a luxury and don't see the value of it. But as I said, I think it's not about the knowledge at all. It's like a very, very small part of the whole journey, but it's more like having someone who is by your side the whole time, and someone who you can ask any question the whole time, and someone who supports you and motivates you to really do the stuff. And so it's like being less alone on your journey. And so, as you said, it started with maybe with training and nutrition, but then it became more and more and more of all those inner work. And I think that's what coaching is all about. It's the process and the support over this process, to have someone by your side. And I think the people who say it's a luxury, those are the people who would need it most, because they don't see the value yet. But it's all about building habits, having different views on topics, sharing different views, sharing opinions, sharing your beliefs. So I think it's really, really important to at least try it, at least try to have a coach and to be coached.
Yeah, I love this so much. I want to go to that question that Ellie asked. Do you think a coach gets you more out of the comfort zone? I mean, I personally think yes. I have my own coaches too. So kind of what you said as well, coaches should have their own coaches. I have 2 coaches at this time. And oh my God, yes, both of them are getting me out of my comfort zone so much. That's why I'm growing so quickly. And that's why like everything that I'm learning in their coaching programs, I'm directly applying in my coaching. That's why my coaching is becoming more and more valuable. That's how Pascale's coaching is going to become more and more valuable, because you're learning, you're transforming, you're directly using it in your coaching as well, right? So when someone tells me, oh, your coaching is so expensive, I completely disagree, because I invest thousands of money to become who I am, to get the knowledge, to create amazing results for my clients like you. So of course, like, that money is not for me, that money is for you. That money is for you to see the value in it and to stay with it and to do the work, right? Because if it was €1 per month, people would not do it, because then it's energy, right? You pay for what you get, always, right? And so, I mean, I definitely think it gets you out of your comfort zone. What do you think, Pascale?
Yeah, I agree totally. And actually, that's why I am here today, because you got me out of my comfort zone and just said, hey, let's do a live. And I was like, oh my God, no. And now I'm here. So yeah, definitely, you got me out of my comfort zone. And that's also why I am doing this. So it's not comfortable at all, but I already feel myself growing from that. And that's the most beautiful thing, I think.
Exactly. That's what life is about, right? Because like staying in your comfort zone is not going to give you growth. Never. Never. Like only when you get out of your comfort zone will you be able to get to know yourself better, and will you be able to grow. And whenever you feel like you're stuck is because you cannot see the way yourself, right? Feeling stuck is you probably don't have the guidance, but you also probably don't know where you want to go next. Because again, getting out of your comfort zone, like I've heard so many stories of the people that are in my coaching program as well, where I'm in. People, whenever they get out of their comfort zone, all of a sudden they get sick. They feel super anxious. They have panic attacks. Why? It's because we live, we are conditioned. We live, according to paradigms that we know. Once we get out of our thermostat that like we are used to, of course that is going to cause stress in our body. Our body doesn't know it, but only with like constantly challenging yourself will you be able to grow. And right when we had our call, I was like, we're gonna do that live. And you're like, what? And then you're like, and I think I mentioned to you like comfort zone. What is that? We don't know it anymore. Like doesn't exist, right?
I love the part where you sent me a voice message, and it was like the last second where you said, "Ah, yes, and we'll do it in English." And I was like, "Oh my God, okay, what did I say yes to?"
But you're doing an amazing job, and that's exactly why I love to work with people and see them grow. And that's why growth can happen so quickly and so incrementally when you have someone by your side, because when you're alone, you're more likely to be like, oh no, not this time, oh no, not yet. And when you have a coach by your side, like he or she's going to challenge you, right? He or she is going to get you outside of it, and now the next time it's going to be you helping another person do the exact same thing. And another person is going to react to you. Your client is going to be like, oh my God, I'm so scared about this. But you're going to have this exact same experience, and you're going to see how beautiful this ripple effect is of like you helping someone, and then someone can help someone. And at the end of the day, I truly believe like coaching is so much more than just healing and working on yourself, but it's this ripple effect that you create. Once you work on yourself, you're going to be able to help so many more people, because you know the work that you've done. And I think a lot of times you forget that as well. It's like we might be feeling super unhappy, or you might not be feeling happy with who we are in our life, but then we forget that people are affected by our energy as well, right? People are affected by who we are and how we talk and how we behave. And so imagine you, like everyone around you wants to see you happy, right? Your family, your friends, they want to see you happy, but you can only be happy when you know how to get yourself to that state. So don't underestimate, the ripple effect that once you're happy, the people around you are going to be happy. You will be able to help everyone else. Have you experienced this in your own life as well?
Yes, I did. So yeah, I really feel it. So if my energy is high and if I'm happy and spreading my energy, so then it all comes back. So I actually feel it already.
Because that's the magic. That's the magic that we have. Amazing, Pascale. We're almost at the end. Do you have any last words that you would like to share that we didn't talk about, but you were like, I need to share this because I didn't ask you?
Yeah, so thank you for pushing me out of my comfort zone. So actually, I really feel amazing right now. So it's like I could do this the whole day now.
Just stay on for the whole day, 24-hour marathon.
Yes, so it doesn't matter. I'm okay with it. Actually, it feels so amazing right now, and I'm so happy that we did it and that you pushed me and that I said yes and yeah, trusted you that it will be fine. So thank you so much, and I really, really enjoy working with you.
Yes, thank you as well, Pascale. I'm so proud of you. You don't even know. I'm so excited to see you in real life very soon. It's still in the works, right? So that's going to be happening very soon as well. But I also want to thank you for doing the work and for showing up and for getting out of your comfort zone. It's so beautiful for a coach to have clients like you, that it's a mutual relationship and that it feels, amazing on both sides, and that we work on it together, and it feels more like a partnership. I think a lot of times, what people forget is coach is like a mutual partnership. Like it's giving, receiving both ways, right? Always. It's like this thing, like once you are successful, the coach is successful. And so like having a relationship like we have just makes the work so beautiful and so like worthwhile. And just like, I love to do what I do because I see what I see in you, and I can't wait to see you grow even more. I can't wait to keep supporting you, because I know there's so much more waiting out there for you to be explored. Step even more out of your comfort zone. And I know the next homework is for you to share something vulnerable. So I can't wait for that. And I can't wait to see you tonight on in our group coaching.
Yes, I'm so looking forward to it.
Thank you
you,
so much.
Jess.
Have a wonderful day. Take care.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye bye.